What's up, my eye candy loopies? How are you? It's Keisha Nicole here, sitting here with you guys, bringing you some goodies for today for May, which is Lupus Awareness Month. Just as I promised, I'm here with you guys. I got me a few notes because I want to make sure that I am as articulate, as they would say, as possible with you guys, because I really want you guys to get the best information out there possible, because I know you guys were looking forward to this as well. I'm hoping all my eye candy loopies out there are blowing up YouTube right now, because right now this is much needed info. You know, you guys don't know, October, we have October as well that we celebrate as Lupus Awareness Month, but right now we're in the now and we're gonna celebrate and we're gonna rock YouTube. I want to bring me to you guys. I'm going to introduce myself again to you guys so you can know who I am, my struggle, my story, how I became diagnosed and all that good stuff in a minute. You're going to learn, you're going to also meet my family somewhere down the line. We're going to be doing some interviews. So I'm going to be giving you some goodies, some health and wellness, you guys. I'm just going to be giving it all to you. Why? Because I love you guys. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. And I love what I do. I love pouring into you guys. Like I always tell you guys, this is like therapy for me. So with that said, I'm going to begin this because I kind of set myself a little timer, because I don't want to go longer than 15 minutes if I can help it. I don't want to lose you guys now. However, I know this is much needed information, so I know I'm not going to lose you guys, because I know you guys are going to want to hear what I got to say, and what I got to say is always going to be some good content. So with that said, you guys know I'm Keisha. I started my YouTube channel in February of 2013, and I'm so happy about that. My mentor, Vicki Wooden, online marketer and success coach and mentor, she helped me get some of the confidence I needed in order to just do it, and I did it. I'm not afraid of the camera, so I don't even know why it took me that long to do it. But anyway, I'm here for a reason and I'm here for a purpose, so that's what that's the main thing. Okay, as far as lupus goes, I was diagnosed a loopy at 19. I was diagnosed actually a year after I had my daughter. Yes, I was diagnosed a year after I had my daughter. My thinking is that after I had my daughter, the lupus flared up that was probably already living in my body, and I didn't know it, and having my daughter kind of aggravated it, and the symptoms came out, but nobody knew what I had because I really didn't talk too much about my family's history, because I didn't know that I should have done that. But that's another story. So I was diagnosed a year after my daughter, sick as a dog, losing weight, looked like I had AIDS, looked like I had HIV. I looked like I had some of everything. My symptom was mimicking everything under the sun. I even caught pneumonia. I lost about 20 pounds in 1 week. So you guys can imagine what I went through. You can really imagine. You probably can't even fathom. You know, you probably couldn't even fathom what I went through, actually. The pain I incurred during this time, and the pain and the agony of not knowing what was wrong with me. Walking around, I was totally disfigured. And when I say disfigured, I didn't have things on my face or anything like that, but I was so small. My face was so small. My features were all gone. I just looked terrible. I looked like literally the Walking Dead. Okay, my friends didn't understand it, you know, until one day, you know, I got a visitor from the butterfly rash. This is a rash that we get on our faces. Some people get on their faces, and it's a symptom of you having lupus. And I got a pimple on my face, and I never get pimples on my face. I got this pimple on my face, and make a long story short, it started changing its form and doing all this type of stuff, and I was like, okay, I need to stop trying to do all this, put this Vaseline, put this and that and everything on this mother and under the sun on this, and I need to go to the dermatologist. And that's what I did. And I talked to my dermatologist for a little while. They got some history from me. And it's so funny because once I told them that my grandmother, maternal grandmother, and my maternal aunt had lupus and had passed away some time ago, they was like, okay, you know, that was something to look at. So therefore, when I got the butterfly rash, to them it was a no-brainer. So what they did was they did a biopsy where they took did a little, it wasn't even a surgery, they just took a piece of the skin of it, put it under a microscope or whatever they do, and the series of tests that they do for lupus, which is a whole bunch of them, and blood tests that they did, a physical exam, and it came out positive that I did have lupus. I had never in my life, at that moment of being diagnosed, I didn't have a chance to be scared at that moment when they told me. I was just so relieved and happy that I knew what was wrong with me and it wasn't anything else. You know, all I knew was my grandmother had lupus, and the way it had disfigured her face, and my grandmother looked like she was burned. So that's all I knew about lupus. That's it. So when I was told that I had lupus, I didn't have time to be scared. I just was relieved. Oh, thank you, Jesus. I'm going to get some medication. No more swelling on my face. No more looking like a doggone balloon or walking time bomb. I'm going to get better. I'm going to feel better. The pain is going to subside. It's going to go away. That was my main concern until reality set in. After somewhere down the line, you know, my mom's and my stepfather at the time came and picked me up from the hospital. It set in. I boo-hoo, cried, because the first thing I'm thinking is, I'm going to look like my grandma, you know, because my grandmother had lupus. She had what you call discoid lupus. Discoid lupus is a skin disease. It's more prevalent in the skin, where your skin is mainly affected, and that's what she had. As for me, it was just, I was young, you know, my baby was like a year old. So what was the first thing in my mind? Future. What did the future hold for me? But as you go on, you guys, you're going to see education is the best thing that you could do when it comes down to being diagnosed with lupus. And if you don't have lupus awareness and knowing more about lupus is where you need to be. That's why I'm so happy that I'm doing this project. Oh, you guys, I forgot to tell you the name of my project. The name of my project is called Lupus Health Hustle. It's going to be from May 1st until the ending of the month, May 31st. So we're going to get a series of videos about everything. And I really hope that it does help some of you guys out there and do you some justice. With that said, I'm going to give you just that was a little bit about me, how I was diagnosed, and my little short journey right there. You'll get more as these series of videos go on. However, what is lupus? I'm going to read to you what I got from the Lupus Foundation of America website, because like I said, I want to be as articulate as possible so you guys can really understand what this disease is. What I do want to say is I want to tell you what lupus is not. Lupus is not cancer. Lupus is not contagious. Lupus is not AIDS. A lot of people get it twisted because lupus is known to mimic other diseases. And when I say mimic, a lot of our symptoms sound like other diseases. But lupus is what it is. It's lupus. Lupus is not like cancer. Lupus is not like AIDS. Even though it attacks our internal organs, cancer and AIDS are terminal illnesses. It's something that can take you out as soon as you get it. Lupus, you can live a productive life with the medications that are now in-house. And researchers are bringing out medications that are helping us live longer lives and productive lives and normal lives in the realm of being able to work and maybe do some other things. Right now, I cannot work. I got a lupus flare about 2 years ago, and I cannot work. So right now, you know, you guys probably like, oh man, no, but I'm good. You know why I'm good? Because I have gifts that God has given me. So I'm just taking that time out to use my gifts. You know, I've been working online. I've been making my little money here and there, and I do things. I got my own business. I'm helping other people. So I'm going to be fine. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to working, I don't have a problem in that field because, like I said, God has gifted me with a lot of talents, with a lot of things, and I'm just going to run with it right now. Sometimes, you know, things that happen to you in your life are your gift in disguise. So that's the way I have to look at it. Okay, and with that said, lupus is also a chronic illness. So if you don't know what a chronic illness is, a chronic disease is, chronic means that you will always have it for the rest of your life. It doesn't go away. It's no cure, you know. Chronic is chronic. Chronic illness is you're never going to you're going to be living with that illness for the rest of your life. So you can maintain and survive with it, but it will be in your life for the rest of your life. What is lupus? Lupus is a disease that is caused by something going wrong with the immune system. So it's an autoimmune system disease because it attacks our immune system. And I'm going to explain to you how exactly it does that. The immune system is the part of our body that fights off invaders, such as viruses, bacteria, and other germs. B cells in our immune system produce proteins called antibodies that protect our body from these invaders. Lupus patients, like myself, our B cells stay in our body longer than they should. These are called autoreactive B cells. Something new that I knew. I knew about what lupus was, but I didn't know exactly what was that arithmetic about what lupus is. It's really amazing. These autoreactive B cells. These autoreactive B cells are cells that react against your own body in lupus. Knew that. These autoreactive B cells produce a type of protein and called an autoantibody. Unlike normal antibodies, which react against foreign invaders, the autoantibodies end up attacking our own body, our own tissues, our lungs, our joints, our kidneys, our heart. You know, it just attacks us because it doesn't know the difference between healthy and foreign invaders. So it just goes on a realm of just attacking every part of our body. So that's the type of lupus I have, which is called systemic lupus. Lupus can be severe and fatal. I added that because it can be severe and it can be fatal. You know, you could live a normal life, but you could go from A to Z in a little bit of time. You know, when I say fatal, meaning that it can hit one of your organs. But people got to realize you never get sick, or people who pass away and say they passed away because they had lupus. You never pass away. You never leave this earth because of the lupus. You leave this earth because of the trauma that lupus has caused to the organs in your body. Like I said, it can attack your heart, meaning you can have a heart attack. It can attack your lungs, meaning it can give you a problem with your breathing. You can start breathing. You know, so this is what it does. It can attack your liver, your kidney, you know, and this is what it does. So you never pass away from the disease itself. It's from the chronic, you know, severe things that lupus does to the body. You know, never pass away with lupus. And all lupus is inflamed tissues. You know, we fight every single day. Lupus is inflammation. We can find something to stop the inflammation, even though you can't be stopping the lupus, but we can stop this inflammation, which I have some write-up on that later on in another video about inflammation, some herbs and some natural stuff that we can take in order to help fight the inflammation so we could calm down the lupus. I'm definitely going to share that with you. Won't be on this video, but I'm going to share it with you. So I'm going to recap. Autoreactive B cells, bad versions of B cells that make harmful antibodies. Autoantibodies work against the body chemicals that cause inflammation. Okay, we got that. Inflamed body tissue, a sign of lupus disease activity. When we're flamed up, joints swelling, us, body is going retarded, we're inflamed, the disease is active, we need to go see our rheumatologist, which is the doctor that specializes in lupus patients and in lupus itself. Who does lupus affect? It affects 90% of women more than men. Why? We don't know why it affects more women than men, but it does. And it just plays, it actually also plays a big role in African American and Hispanic people. Why? We just don't know. Those just are the numbers. Like, you know, you got that 5% of men that gets lupus, and it's very rare, but they do get it, and they suffer just like we do. You know, it's no discrimination. Lupus does not discriminate at all. Lupus can be generic. You guys know that. I told you my family members, my grandma and my aunt, had lupus. So for me, it is a generic, you know, issue going on there, and you know, I have to live with that. Triggers of lupus can be from infection, stress, diet, toxins, environmental factors, even the sunlight can flare up our lupus. You got to be careful, you guys, with the little sexy fluorescent lights also as well. I know I'm an eye candy loopy and I love that stuff, but I have to be careful and I have to limit myself to a lot of those things because I have to stay in my realm, know my limitations, and know what I need to do for myself in order to stay well. Because I want to be around for my children. I want to be around for my family. I want to be around for you guys. I want to be around, see my grandchildren, you know, and this is just me pouring into you guys. You know, it's coming from my heart. All this is coming from my heart, straight from my heart. Nobody probably who know me, who's looking at these videos, probably haven't even heard this much about me regarding my lupus. I suffer every single day with lupus. You know, sometimes I get angry, I get mad, I get stressed, but I have to rebuke Satan and all the things that he do in the name of Jesus, because, you know, yeah, my motto is lupus may live in my body, but it does not, it is homeless in my soul. Okay, it may live in my body, but it's homeless in my soul. I refuse, and I won't let lupus run my body. I won't let it take over me. And I just ask you guys to be as strong as you